Hey guys, welcome back. It's another beautiful night. I want to your first host, Herbert.
Jonathan.
Enrique. Ronnie.
Ronnie's back. Dude,
it's
every
amazing.
3 weeks, is it 3 weeks? He's back?
Well, his like PTO's like, he's done. He has no more like.
He wants to retire early, but he's not.
No.
Bro, your stocks, options, bro, they're not cutting it, bro. Whatever you're doing, do you do options, right?
Stop losses, baby.
What is that?
Oh, like whenever you buy anything.
Okay, well, I was confused because talking about stocks, I guess. Basically, there's like you could buy it for the week or for a month, right? The whole
Oh, with
Options?
like options in general.
they're expensive because it's 100. Well, if you do that, right? It's 100 call or 100
contract.
Contract, yeah.
Yeah. So whatever the option contract is priced in, you always got to multiply by 100. So if it says $1.80, that's $180.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but then if it says like more, like $10 or 100, it's
Oh yeah, that you're looking at like 1,000.
and you might
for
lose.
one
You might lose
contract.
that. You might lose that, right? Because you're making it. You're trying to tell like it's kind of like gambling. Oh, I guess.
I mean,
stocks
it's
is
just like trading in general. If you're looking for a stock to go up, you would buy a call options contract
okay, Ronnie.
and go from there.
What's the biggest you made like on a win? I guess like how much money? Like I don't know, 1,000.
It's a big question.
I'm
This
just
is a big
curious.
question. One that comes to mind, it's I think I talked to you guys about this, but it was Carvana.
Oh, Carvana.
Yeah, I did an earnings play. So they were reporting earnings the next day. So I was like, okay, let me throw in like $100. And that's when Carvana was below like I think $4.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me like get some call options that expire tomorrow. I was like, I either make like a lot of money or I lose $100, like whatever. I was willing to take that risk. And yeah, I won like, I think my call options the next day were up, I think like 400%. So I
Wow.
cashed out.
How long ago was this?
Man, this was like
High school, Ronnie.
2023.
Dude, you were doing the.
Oh, some time ago.
He was
Yeah.
doing it before he was
it
18,
was a
huh?
while back.
Illegal.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, make like 400%. Like that's crazy, like I'm out. But if I would have waited a couple more days, just because I had time on those contracts, I would have done over like 2,000%.
And you only held it for a short time?
Next day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. He did a quick.
Yeah, so
turnaround.
I like quadrupled my money, but if I had waited, I would have like,
more.
I would have 20 times whatever amount that I
Damn.
put. Yeah.
See, that's the thing is like when do you know to pull the trigger?
Yeah, honestly, you don't. I mean,
Yeah, and especially for day trading, you don't. For longer
Yeah.
trading, I'm looking at the Carvana stock right now, and you said in 2013 area, it was like at $7-8, whatever. But then
oh, yeah.
in modern days right now, it's like at 200 or whatever. From
Yeah.
$8. That's insane.
Yeah. So,
You would
I
have made
mean,
a lot of money if you kept even like $1,000 of that up until present
if
time.
you only like just bought shares and just obviously long-term held for like 2 years, which is 2025 now, yeah, you would have been up
Carvana,
a pretty penny.
Dude, is it like is CarMax doing good too? I don't. Does
Honestly,
CarMax?
I haven't checked.
Because Carvana is that the one that delivers
With,
your
like,
car
the- yeah.
with the elevators and stuff?
it's that one.
Oh,
It-
okay.
It was
Yeah.
trending.
Yeah, it was trending at some point. So it was trending before
pandemic.
COVID, the pandemic. Yeah.
Like after the
Yeah.
pandemic, 2021, 2022, and then in 2023, it kind of went down, but then it went back up in 2025. So
Yeah, it's because of those used car prices are expensive now.
oh,
yeah.
dude, everything is expensive.
And
You can't get a
obviously
car.
with the new tariffs that just got implemented, every vehicle coming outside the U.S., you're tacking on what? What was the tariff? Like 25% or something
25%?
crazy? Yeah.
dude.
that's a lot.
We should
Yeah,
check-
so this was a couple days ago, and literally, just because we're talking stocks, if you look at like Ford, Toyota, or like GM, their stocks like were down big time
Yeah,
just because of that. I mean, because if you're looking at like prices in general, I mean, you're tacking on like 10% of like whatever price it is,
you know the sad
just
part.
because of the tariff.
The sad part is that you can't buy a new car for like 20,000, bro. Everything is like 35 minimum, 30 maybe, because they add all the extra auxiliary stuff. So like the market
yeah.
price, you don't get anything MSRP.
Yeah, I remember my first car was like a Toyota Corolla, 2019. I paid $300 a month.
Now that's a
Now-
Wait.
That's-
Your first car was 2019?
Oh, like that I bought
You-
myself like new.
Oh, I was
new.
going to say, didn't you graduate high
yeah.
school like 2013?
Oh, I'm saying like new car.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
2019, like no, 2018.
300 bucks.
330 a month.
Yeah,
Now-
I think.
now same car, 5.
Yeah,
Five,
dude.
six, because of interest too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, we graduated 2013. I got my first car just because I had to work. I got a 2013 Ford Focus in like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, my payments were like 2 something, I think. But
Dude.
overall, the car alone, it was like 18 grand.
Yeah. But it's like those payments, it doesn't hurt, right? $200 is not bad.
So the moral of the story is everything's getting expensive and the podcast is running out of money. Okay, that's what's going on.
So tell your friends and family to watch. You know you love us. We're sometimes funny, sometimes not so funny.
We're actually selling like Jonathan's sofa to keep the lights on.
Yeah,
That's
actually, we actually have our solar panels connected to our neighbors.
Yeah.
Like we have like the plug connected to the solar panel.
Actually, all this equipment is plugged into the neighbors. Like, outlet. Honestly,
Hey, imagine the neighbor calls like, "Hey, what's going on out there?" Like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
You're just running like a 30-foot extension.
Yeah, that's illegal. No, but yeah, everything's getting expensive. I think yeah, I'm hoping a lot of you guys have a savings. I'm not saying like have a lot of money in your savings, but you know, be aware because I don't know. We're gonna go. Everything's gonna drop soon. Do you guys think it's gonna like hit the wall, or is we're gonna be
like recession?
Yeah,
type
like
thing?
we're gonna-
Yeah.
I think we're.
It's in the talks. See, I have that mentality, but then like the other brownie inside my head's like, dude, life is short. Just go big.
Wait, hold on. What do you
Yes.
Yeah,
mean?
like just live your
Yes.
life, bro. Like,
Like,
Yeah.
but then the other brownie's like, no, like think about the future. But I'm like, what if there is no future?
Dude,
It's like, whoa, dude. Like it's
Oh
a
my
constant.
God.
It's a constant battle.
I have 2 Herberts and one of them's like just like a feminine guy and it's like, dude, you're not down. Like it's okay, baby. Like honestly, that's like the
So,
one of my.
so that's your daily.
And then the other one, yeah. And then that guy always wins me. The other one is a pessimist. Like everything's gonna go to hell. Like your parents don't like you. These people next to you in the podcast don't like you. You're gaining weight, which is true. So it's actually
wait, no, it's not true about that. We love you. Just
We
that
hate.
part.
Oh, love him. Oh, we
Yeah,
love him.
we love
Oh,
you.
yeah.
So
we
in the
love
voice
him.
in my
We
head
love
is like they're lying. Like that's the
No,
voice. in my
you're
head
not
right
lying.
now. Yeah, but anyway, I have a feminine voice and then I have just a pessimist voice for sure.
No,
Okay.
but okay, I will say though, Ronnie, I'm kind of have the both too. Like I like to buy a lot of things. I like to
Yeah.
get good deals, and you guys know this, like offer up and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But-
this guy's a menace.
Yeah, dude,
You're
I
a menace.
lowball. Like it's to the point where like I feel bad, but
You're
whatever.
Hey, but honestly, like you've gotten some of the best deals. that-
Dude, insane
ever,
deals.
you know?
Like and like always want to make sure that I will say this. So when you're like buying stuff online, first off, you have to double check that it's working because you don't want to get scammed.
Mhm.
Second of all, I also don't like, to be honest, I don't like to buy stuff that has been stolen because that's kind of like, you know, I don't like that. It doesn't roll. So I'll always make sure that it's like they either have a receipt of purchase, or they could show like a backup, you know, that they purchased it themselves, even though, because it's kind of hard to like mimic a receipt. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like unless you're good at, let's say the homie Christian or Chris, you know, he could like edit stuff. But other than that,
The average person doesn't know.
yeah, so I like to save money, but I will say this: I like to also, you know, spend it here and there. You know,
What's your guys' like vice when it comes to spending?
Enrique. I think Enrique's all like,
Like everyone has a vice.
I have a long-winded answer, but I don't want to give it. But my
So-
short answer for advice on spending, I mean, that's
no. Like what's Like what's your vice? No, your like vice.
my vice.
Yeah, vice.
Yeah.
For spending.
Yeah, like is there something then that you always pay top dollar for that you
think
like
technology.
that you like spending money on?
technology.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
technology.
he loves
I was
technology.
gonna say I don't buy anything.
Yeah,
no, but I was like, no, yeah, technology
The-
for sure.
the
I
last-
love tech.
The last expensive thing that I bought was a monitor for my PC,
That's
How much
it.
was-
Like
Yeah.
$300.
like $500.
That's it. Yeah, dude. Okay, hold on. I
That's
will,
a lot of money. We talking.
No,
I should
no,
out
no,
myself right now.
it is a lot, but I will say though, yeah, Enrique and me and Enrique had this talk before with technology and stuff, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I also like to buy new stuff, like out of the like
What is it?
like basically it depends what I'm buying. Like a computer, I want to buy from Apple, or like if I'm building a PC, I want to buy it from the direct, like from a store, you know. Because I will say, if you buy it from someone else, you don't know what it's been through. The thing is, I bought like a camera, but the camera's like, I think it'll be fine. I bought my watch from OfferUp, and it's fine. It's been lasting me forever. But Enrique, though, if we had that conversation, he said like, dude, just spend that extra, or don't spend that extra, but like buy it from the manufacturer, and it will last you a while. If you take care of something, it lasts. Like you just gotta make sure that you're taking care of it.
I have that thing. I'm not saying this is good advice, but because I do agree you should find a way to save money. But when I buy tech, I just have a thing for not buying used tech. This is embarrassing to say out loud because, like you said, I guess now that you point, I didn't have an answer. I was like, I don't really spend, but no, technology, 100% technology. My PC is probably like around $5,000 in total.
Dude, what
So,
do you
like,
even do with that? Like
Everything
School.
actually.
nasty
No,
videos.
No. Like I use it. Well, I'm a nerd. I'm a little nerd for all this technology and stuff. So like I actually know how to use a computer to like the maximum of its performance, whether it's movies, whether it's video games, which I have not had time for video games. But I also use a lot of heavy programs, engineering related, like SolidWorks and MATLAB. People don't know what that is, but all you have to know is that they're heavy on CPU and heavy on graphics. And I don't need what I have. I could have spent $2,000 on the PC and I would have been fine. But again, I do have a thing for like technology. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. When a humanoid robot comes out, I'm probably gonna buy one. When a cool drone from DJI came out, we bought one.
Have one.
Me and Jonathan
we used
got
it, yeah.
and we use it.
But we have to use it more.
I think tech is the coolest thing in the world. I mean, it is my field of study. So like, I think I will always, I'm okay paying a few extra bucks to buy it new. But that's it though. Besides that, everything else I have is cheap.
Hey, Ronnie, what's your vice? Like spending vice?
I don't know. I would say
Clothes, no?
Fun.
okay,
No,
yeah.
Ban is different. But I think clothes. I think you always been a fashion type of dude.
clothing. What? Yeah, I was always buying clothes online or like I'll be
H&M
like, hey, like
or
what's
shit.
going on here? Like like Zara.
Zara.
But I would say mainly like I don't know, like what do you call it? Like maybe like a festival or whatever, like an
yeah.
experience.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm all for it. Like maybe like a game or something. Like I
Yeah.
don't know, something like intangible.
Okay.
Like yeah, I would Coachella. Boom, let's do it. You know, because I'm gonna have a great weekend. You know, with like my friends.
Yeah.
So
like
events,
family,
events
yeah,
then.
like events. Like
Events,
I don't mind
vacation.
splurging on that.
So
'cause-
you care a lot about memories, which is good because I
yeah,
love
like
memories too.
I'm not gonna find that anywhere else.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
Oh,
Herbert,
yeah.
what's your-
honestly my actually that I didn't think about that, but the last time I spent a lot of money aside from monitors and stuff like
$400.
commodities was like when I went to Greece. Like we went to nice hotels,
Oh, like a
we go
trip?
restaurants. Yeah. Because honestly, I'm pretty cheap. Like aside from that, I'm cheap. Like I haven't bought new clothes since I think Tina's only bought me clothes. My fiance, like, she said, "You need to get new clothes." It's like I don't need any, and then they show up at my doorstep.
Yeah, but I will say, as you hear us, we all have different vices, and I will never judge someone like, oh, I don't judge Enrique. I just mess around sometimes. I'll be like, bro, you have it. I always tell him you have a nice PC, but I never said like you're stupid enough for buying that because that's his
That's
liking.
my thing.
And Ronnie, you know this too. I'm not gonna talk shit about Coachella. I always say like, "Man, that's dope." Even though sometimes you invite us, you're like, "Let's go" or whatever. So I think, and I like to travel too. So, but I will say though, create memories. Like, man, everybody just like I don't know, having that memory. Like, I could literally bring up, even take pictures too, because you have videos of you going to festival, and it brings back those memories. And those are like. You paid like however much you spend, it doesn't, that memory is there, you know what I mean?
Plus, it also helps you
Mhm.
remember what went down, huh?
oh yeah. Like, oh dang. So that's what
He's like, oh, I saw that artist. That's funny. No, but
So I do want to add something to what Jonathan's saying. I read a book recently called Retire Before Mom and Dad. It's a book on finance and investment and just to kind of like for beginners and stuff. But they kind of had a good point where like they said, one of the biggest lessons you can learn in investing is understanding your specific likings, which is what we're saying now. Where like the world tells you that, buying your Starbucks or having the expensive watch and a big TV and a nice car, these are all the things that like, you know what I mean? You should want if you have money. So people spend on that. But it's like, that's not necessarily true for everyone. Like we're saying now, if for you it's concerts, if for me it's technology, and for you whatever, then find your niche. If it's not coffee, then stop spending on coffee because you think it's cool or because you think that's what, if you were rich, you'd buy coffee. Like, so people be spending on the wrong things because they assume that's where money should go. That's where rich people spend money. And so the book was kind of trying to emphasize on that point where like, find the things you like. You might not even care about that coffee. Or you might not even care about having a nice car, to be honest, but you're doing it so you're socially accepted. It's like, no. When it comes to investments and money, it's probably good to figure out what you personally specifically like. If you go on vacation and you don't like expensive restaurants, then stop going to them just because that's what you're supposed to do when you're on vacation.
Yeah.
What if you're okay with McDonald's on vacation? If you're that kind of person, again, that's fine. Stop pretending that you need to go to the expensive restaurant. And so that kind of like resonated with me a lot because I'm like, damn, that's true. Because I feel like I might sometimes do things just for the sake of like, this is the right thing to do. If you're out getting sushi, then you need to do all you can eat. But what if you get full with just 1 or 2 rolls? And if it's saving you like $10, then just get the 2 rolls and that's it. You know what I mean? Stop doing all you can eat to stuff yourself if that's just not your thing. So the book was just trying to emphasize on like, figure out what you like and what you actually appreciate in life, what you like in life, and like don't buy expensive things just because the world tells you that that's what cool things are. So I thought it's really cool to what we're saying now. We're like we each have our vices on this, and they're personalized. So like it just makes sense, you know. So don't spend on things that don't make sense to you.
And I think though, for reals, a lot of social media and just like influencers, like man, they make a difference on a lot of people. Like to see what they buy, right? Like the freaking Erewhon shake that costs $20, bro. Just because on TikTok, like someone posted it, and now everybody wants to buy that $20 shake, bro. Where in the world, like $20 for a protein shake that has all these that you can make at home for $5 or less?
Are we gonna get the ice baths with the sparkling water too?
Wait, which are those? Can you explain on that? Like, I don't know what it is, Froze.
I actually don't know what sparkling water that is. Do you know, Ronnie?
Oh man, I know I was joking about it, but I don't know if I was saying it right. Like Saratoga or something like that.
Hold on, what?
It was like trending recently this week.
We'll look it up right now. But yeah, it is Saratoga. See?
Saratoga sparkling water. It's like I'm trying to get prices here, but
yeah, it's like
but
this
it's
blue
just
bottle.
sparkling water that's supposed to be really expensive.
$2.99 for a bottle. $2.99. So it's not bad, but still, it's
we don't have the money for that.
But
yeah,
it's just been advertised as like a high tier sparkling water, and so people would have the videos of like having their morning routine, and they all seem to be having the Saratoga sparkling water,
Actually,
right? So
actually, you know what? Every time I see those videos, like my morning routine is like just the alarm going off for 30 minutes, and then me like rushing to wash my chubby little body, and then like I have wrinkly ass clothes when I leave the door.
Oh,
that's
no,
my
dude.
morning routine.
My parents taught me, my mom and my dad too, actually, to always iron my clothes to keep it like nice and, you know, fresh, I guess. But yeah, dude, morning routines, bro. Have you guys all when you wake up, it's like time flies in the morning.
Yeah.
You wake up a minute, bro. Oh my God, feels like 10 seconds.
I know.
Yeah.
You're running, bro. You're just like running through everything, and it's so bad.
Trying to get to work. You're like, oh my God.
Okay, do you guys do this? Like the night before, do you guys sometimes, some days, not all the time, but set your stuff aside, and then you wake up and you're like, man, it's going so good because like you already set your stuff aside, like your backpack with your little computer, your water filled, you have like your snacks, you know what I mean? And that's a time where like you're like, man, I'm moving fast, but it's not it's because you set the stuff aside the night before.
Yeah, so I have those mornings sometimes where I have my lunch prepared in the morning. I have my clothes prepared. I take a short shower because sometimes I'm like, when I'm tired, I take a long shower. And then I have like 30 minutes.
You don't even shower.
And then I have like 30 minutes of like time where I was like, oh, I'm going to be early for work. And I was like, what do I do in this time? And I just doom scroll on Instagram.
you should read a book.
Or no. Go on Reddit. Go on Reddit.
No.
No, but that's good. I like that though. So sometimes you deserve to just take a deep breath and just again, like I'm saying, just find yourself.
Do you guys ever have those mornings where you're early enough for everything, and then you're just drinking your coffee, you're chilling, you're just zoning out, and like before the regular stress of the day come,
And it feels good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I had those mornings, and I guess Ronnie had the mornings that you work out before like anybody else works out, and those are the mornings that you're like you feel more alive. I don't know, you're just like you feel unstoppable. Like I wish like people could feel that. Like sometimes when I'm running in the morning before everybody wakes up, I feel unstoppable. Does that make sense? So I think first off, have a routine. I'm gonna say this: have a routine. Try to wake up and sleep at the same time if you can. I understand you have parties and etc. We talked about that before, so it's like it's fine, but try to have a routine. I'm kind of trying to like, you know, have it every week, but it's sometimes I want to sleep a little later because I'm studying for something or I'm doing something else or I'm running but normally having a routine, it's like the best thing that you could do for your body.
Your brain likes routines and patterns, so it's always good. It is recommended for you to wake up at the same time every day, even if it's weekends.
And go to sleep at the same time, Herbert, every day.
Not necessarily going to sleep at the same time, but waking up at the same time.
I go to sleep on the same time.
What time?
Like I think latest like 10:30.
Oh,
I'm
you're
sleepy.
Damn.
Like right now, I'm getting tired.
Okay.
My time is midnight.
What are you
Damn.
doing that
Ronnie?
late at night?
Well, my normal studying or whatever. But I have my timer wake up to like 7, 8 a.m. I only give myself 7 to 8 hours. So the later I stay up, if it's like 1 a.m., I'm losing sleep because again, I'm not gonna change my wake up time. So I try to force myself because I struggle sometimes to go to bed. Yeah. Like I'll lay there and just think, and like I can't shut up my brain. It's like it's a Windows
Like your brain
tab.
is just running.
Like it's an internet, and I have like 100 tabs open, and like I don't know how to close all those tabs in my brain.
I feel like just in your head is just German. Like you're just yelling in German.
It's something, but I struggle to just shut up
what
and
is
relax
it?
and think.
Control Alt Delete, right?
Yes,
the
dude,
task manager.
I need to figure it out.
Can't, like you just can't shut it off.
Like
It's like it's literally like it's frozen, bro.
I'll literally be like talking out loud. I'm like,
keep
shut up,
happening
go to sleep,
in
shut
the
up, go to
Force
sleep.
force shutdown. Just
yeah, for sure.
I wish, dude. I'll take melatonin and it does nothing to me.
Mm.
All right, so you guys are gonna know our age by us saying this, but it's probably like the one, you know, when LimeWire, we had LimeWire and we
Oh, shit.
downloaded a song and it was like the wrong song. It's like that, dude. That was just downloading wrong songs, bro, constantly.
Dude, I
can't
remember
fall
like
asleep.
I destroyed one laptop because I kept downloading viruses. Like, Mom, I don't know what's going on. Like, I think someone's hacking our laptop. But there's like, dude, what did you
Oh, yeah.
download? Like, there's just,
I think my fam went through like 2 laptops.
yeah, it's like
Just
everything.
because it was like full of Trojan
downloading.
viruses.
What's this XXX
Trojan virus, bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
What's
oh,
this
man.
XXX video? Like, what are you clicking on? Like, I remember I got a talk. It was like, Mom, like you got to relax. First of all, life's too short. All right.
I'm trying to download this song.
Like, first of all, if you're gonna complain about a laptop, you need to make more money. Like I would sit down. With have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad? That's my mom.
Oh damn! But no, dude, that's gonna segue to April Fools. I know April Fools is coming up. Do you guys do any? Who's the most prankster out of all of us here? Like, be honest. Like,
Probably. Like,
Nah,
that's
you
for
too.
you. I don't prank people.
you don't prank your mom.
Probably you, yeah.
No,
You don't.
prank people.
No, you prank the boys though sometimes.
No, I think you are probably the most asshole out of all of us.
Like, why
Okay,
don't you just
okay, hold
admit
on.
it?
No, okay, me, but Ronnie's also helped.
No,
He does
not
more
really.
memes though. He pranks us with
No,
like.
that's not- that doesn't
really a
count, though. That
prank.
doesn't
That's
count.
not a prank.
I think you're the only one that's insulting with everything you do. So, I think you'd be the prankster of the group.
So, what should I do for you?
I guess I would joke around, but
We all
I don't
joke
know,
around,
like,
but he always
yeah.
does things that none of us ever would ever think of doing. So, I
Okay.
think you win.
Okay, but what should I do for April Fools then?
You should
Give
do
me-
something to Monica. Just like really scare her. Just like
Oh.
actually just
No,
leave.
no,
leave.
she doesn't deserve
just,
suffering.
just leave.
No, should I tell my in-laws that like we're gonna have a kid? Nah, that's fucked up. You can't.
Nah.
You can't joke.
Nah, nah.
Yeah, that sounds like you though.
No, I won't do that. That's fucked up. That's too.
Well,
What will be good like
I don't know. I've never really done April Fool's pranks.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while. I don't know.
I know. I actually haven't. I want to do one though. I'll think of something, but I know. I want to talk about something with the fitness myths. Basically, hey Herbert, can you lose fat like a spot, like in the spot? Like, let's say I want to lose like my fat here only. Can you or no?
No.
No, right? It's like once you start losing it, you lose it everywhere.
That's a
Right?
funny way to jump into that
I think
topic.
No.
people lose fat depending on their genetics, like certain places first.
I will
I
say.
think bellies last usually. I think.
Well, it depends. Like you say, like sometimes when you eat, some fat goes different areas. Like for me, my fat is in the tummy, right? Too. But also when I gain, like when I was at my, I guess my chubbiest or like my highest weight, dude, I had a big butt. I had like not a big butt, but like I had a nice, butt. And then I started losing weight and my butt went away. And it sucks because as a guy, you still want to have a butt. You know what I mean? Like
If you're a girl, your boobs will go away if you lose too much body fat. So,
No girls will listen to this. They have better things to do.
hey Herbert, have your boobs went away?
No, thankfully they're staying intact, and I think that's one of my one of the things that Tina likes about me. So I'm very happy about that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But also, so you really like where Herbert said you can't spot fat loss. Like you can't be like, oh, I want to lose fat here, so you're gonna lose fat everywhere. But the next one is there's another
well,
myth.
to talk about what you're even talking about, Jonathan's trying to talk about like since
Fitness
April Fools
myths.
is coming up around the corner, we're trying to talk about fitness myths. So right now, what he's trying to do is list a couple of things that people think or
Yeah.
believed that were true, even though they're not true, and it has to do with fitness. Since we're the baddies, we're fit, most of us, some of us. So then the first one was, does fat get lost in
Spot
specific
fat,
areas?
yeah.
And then the answer is no. When you work out, you lose body fat as an average, not as only your stomach. If you work out only your abs, you're going to lose stomach fat. That's not true. When you work out, you lose fat on average
But-
as a body. The
Yeah.
second one that you were going to bring up was what?
Well, I was gonna bring up with carbs because I know Ronnie loves carbs, but are carbs bad? And they're not, because today we're running. That's a myth that carbs are not bad because carbs are basically fuel for your workouts. When I went running today, Kristen, our favorite runner, right? Kristen,
Oh yeah, number
our
one.
hiker in number one. She had a bag of jelly beans, and those nerds that are the rope nerds.
Oh yeah,
Those are
Those
interesting.
are- yeah,
The clusters?
the cluster
The new
jets.
ones?
So
Yeah,
she
yeah.
had a bag of that and jelly beans. She was like, I'm eating these because we did a long run today. So we did 8 miles run.
Oh,
Damn, you guys
Yeah.
run 8 miles?
Yeah, me, her, it's because we started at 6 a.m. So
Yeah.
we're doing long runs. We started at 6 a.m. to 7.
Okay.
And Enrique joined us from 7 to 8. So we did like 2 hours run, basically an hour and 30 minutes, I guess. So I told Kristen, she's like, I'm trying to figure out my nutrition or how much I should be eating. Because when you run long distance, you need fuel or else you're going to be crashing.
Yeah.
And then you need water too.
Or cramping.
So what I'm trying to say, are carbs bad? No, because you need, like your body will tell you need energy. You need fuel. So carbs, basically sugar. I know bread it's good, Ronnie. It's good if you run, Ronnie, or if you do workouts, all right, Ronnie? So don't be eating bread and saying like carbs are good. And
The relation here is with fitness. So carbs are good in relation to fitness. This isn't to say that carbs is good to overdose in and high abundances take a lot of carbs on a daily basis. No, carbs can 100%, you know what I mean, be bad for you. But to be afraid of carbs and to like rarely eat them, even when you work out, that's what we're trying to say. We're like, if you work out, eat carbs. You know, a moderate amount of carbs would be very good for you.
I used to be not afraid of them, but sometimes I used to do like long hikes when we did like freaking Cactus to Clouds or other hikes, and I used to tell Monica like, no, I don't want to eat this, because sometimes I watch what I eat, like my diet. She's like, Jonathan, you know, you just burned like freaking 5,000 calories. What do you mean? Like you're fine, you know what I mean? Like you worked out so much, and I was like, you're right.
I think I told you that a bunch, because I think you would always say with like beers or whatever, you would also say that like, no, you shouldn't drink because of fitness. I'm like, bro, the amount that we work out for the 2 beers we're drinking, I'm like, we're gonna be completely fine. The beers aren't gonna affect us in any way.
And then we killed a 24-pack and
look at us, we're still extremely fit. We can still run a marathon.
And then we're cuddling together, and
So the myth got proven that like, yeah, you can work out a lot and still have a few beers and a few carbs.
But the next myth is more sweat equals better workout. And that's false, because the more sweat, what does sweat do? The temperature regulates your temperature, you know? So it's like Herbert just like working. Like I remember Herbert told me a story that when he's at the office, he always sweats, and that doesn't mean he's working out. He's just freaking nervous. And right.
This is something I specifically tell my mom, for example, because she's a hardworking woman, right? And she'll do a lot at the house, and she'll get tired. Her muscles will start to hurt, and so to her, she feels like she's working out. And of course, I tell her, I'm like, it's not to say that what you do at the house is useless, but it's to say that workouts are specific. So just because you're tired from doing this doesn't mean you're working out. Just because you're sweating doesn't mean you're working out. Like the most primal thing when it comes to fitness is cardiovascular health. Unfortunately, that's conditioning. And what's conditioning in simple words? That's a fast heart rate and sweating. Those two things, fast heart rate and sweating, for minimum 15 minutes a week. And that's the best thing you can do to your body, no matter your age. And that's what I tell my mom. I'm like, just because you sweat a little bit for what you do, or you get tired for the things you do, it doesn't mean you're working out. So I'm trying to just teach her that like she needs to do a little bit more to meet those conditions of a fast heart rate and sweating in order to actually be conditioning and working out. And I'm like, Mom, I want you to live longer. And like, again, it's not to insult any of the work she does, but it's like, I would prefer for you to sweat and have a fast heart rate for at least 15 minutes a week. Minimum, because that's working out. After that, you can jump to muscle training, but that's just for people that care about that. Not everybody has to do muscle resistance and all that stuff. That's a bonus. But for health, primarily, it's your heart, and that's conditioning, the thing everybody hates. So
Ronnie's like, yeah.
To what you're saying, it's like sweat doesn't mean you're conditioning. So people will like. I don't want to say specifically girls, but a lot of people go to the gym and they break a sweat or two and they think they have a good workout and they're conditioning. And I'm like, no. That is not conditioning, guys. You have to really narrow that down, because that's like the most important thing when it comes to health. Conditioning. It's cardiovascular health. Second is muscles if you care about them. But so that's why just sweating doesn't mean you're conditioning.
And also, you brought up your mom working out or not working out every day, or like, you know, doesn't have to do like
she's been going to the park. I'm proud of her.
But like you said, not every day. You said like once a week at minimum, Mom. Or twice a week. So another myth is like, do you have to work out every day to see results? And that's the truth is that you need recovery. You need to sleep. Herbert could tell you that because he loves to sleep, but you need to sleep, and you need your body to come back to normal.
I've been recovering for like few months now. I'm in recovery.
Okay, but
it's like the carbs. If you overdo it, it's not good for you.
No, that's all right. I'm doing good.
all the fillet of fish.
I think I'm gonna send my mom to you because she looks like me now. She looks like a chubby boy.
I'm gonna sit both of you down and have a talk.
No, I'm just joking. I don't want you.
But it's true. Working out every day doesn't prove results. Me, for example, today I ran 3 miles almost.
3.7.
3.7. I'm almost 4 miles, and I haven't run in like a month. I've been very busy and stressed with school, so I've been focused on that. I've been going to the gym in the last month maybe like 3 times. But I still look good. Muscle wise, like I haven't lost the muscles, what I'm trying to say. And second, I ran the 4 miles peacefully. That proves that you don't need to be working out every day to be at your peak, but to just maintain, sustain, and be healthy, minimum once a week, minimum once every 2 weeks even, but run a little bit, work out a little bit, and that's it. And you can look good without working out every single day, but at least once a week, once every 2 weeks. And I promise you, your body will grow and keep up. And that's all you want. It's the people that stay at the gym 3 hours a day, good for you, but like you don't need all that. You know what I mean?
You don't.
So it's a myth that scares a lot of people because when they think I need to start working out on New Year's Eve, they assume that means 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And that's why everyone quits, because they start aggressive and they lose everything. But if you start at your level and just be consistent once a week, again, like I'm saying, even start once every 2 weeks, like I'm saying, you will grow, you will get better, you will get stronger. And that's all you need. That is a myth. Just be consistent a couple times a month and you will see progress. I promise.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Damn.
I'm just saying that. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I couldn't have said that better.
he's all like,
I've studied this a lot. I spent a lot of time looking into this stuff, so I know what I'm saying.
But yeah, there's so much myths though, and I want to. We just I know we just talked about this and Enrique like introduced it, but I want you guys to go out there and research yourself though. Like we're saying this, and because we kind of know it and we've seen it, and me and Enrique talk about this, or we all talk about it, like. But some of this stuff is like fake news. It's like, bro, like don't listen to this, don't get scared. And one thing I will say though, going to the gym, and I've seen it from other people, like it's scary, but just start. Just literally start and go at it, right, Herbert? It doesn't hurt to start. It's fine if you look foolish, but you can see what other people are doing, or you look at YouTube videos, or listen to a podcast, or watch the YouTube or the TikTok reels that we have, or the TikTok. I have the TikTok workout videos, and yeah, you can save those, and I have so many workouts of like chest, legs, abs, and etc. So, and I think all it takes though is to get your butt in the gym and go hard, and literally forget about what's going on outside and just go to the gym and have a good time, and you'd be surprised when you start seeing the results. Though, you could tone down the time. Don't go 3 hours though, for sure. 3 hours is too much. Like
yeah, I don't do that.
Don't do that. And I think if someone's telling you go 3 hours, that's either if you're competing or you're going crazy and you're, I don't know, like you're doing something else rather than just like trying to reach your goal. If you want to get a 6-pack in 1 week or 1 month, it's not going to happen. Like, unless you already have almost the lines popping out or your weight. But normally it takes time. It takes time, and it's a lifestyle. That's the one thing I want to say. It's a lifestyle. So yeah, don't get scared and just go at it. So, right, boys? I think we've been going to, I want to say this though. This is the last thing I want to say. So today, and I know we started the Baddies in 2019, and we're in 2025. And it's crazy because I started going to the gym in 2018 or LA Fitness. That's when I became more serious about going to the gym. I guess I was going to the gym in college, but not as often. Yeah. Not every day, because like it wasn't going every day, like 5 days. One of the guys there, I was like, "What's up, man? How you been?" I always see him, but he just told me, he's like, "Man, like, are you looking good?" And I was like, "All right, thanks." Because we're complimenting each other. But he's like, "Man, I've been knowing you for 8 years," and I was like, "Damn!" Like, and then I had to do the math, but I was like, "Really, dude? 8 years?" I was like, and then I was like, "Oh yeah," because I just said yeah, but then I got in my car and I was like, "Shit, he's right." Like he made it
started aging.
No, he's like but time flies. Time flies.
Yeah.
So I guess
that's why I start today. Just get in the gym, or don't go to the gym. Go to your park, run around your block, do whatever matches your schedule and your lifestyle. But just start, dude. Your health is your number one thing. Like in me in my life, health is number one above everything. My job, my career, my family, my love, if I had kids, my kids. Because without health, you can't have anything else. You can't have anything else. You can't protect the ones you love. You can't do anything if you don't have health. You know. So to me, it's like health needs to be number one, or else nothing else you'll be able to handle. Because if one day you get unhealthy, you've just become unreliable. So to me, it's like you need to just be healthy because that's life. If I care about the people I love, then I need to stay healthy. So for the rest of my life, I will always be ready to be there for them, no matter what it is. So to me, it's like health just needs to be number one, no matter what. So just get out there, find your hobby, find your fitness, and just start today. Start ASAP.
and I want to say this. So you said like health is number one, and it's like so important because also when I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you eat like shit, you feel like shit and you think like shit, like sluggish. Like, but when you're healthy and when you're going to the gym and you're running, you're like doing your own stuff, like your own life, and you look good and you feel good for yourself though. Man, when you walk into a room, someone tells you something, you're just like, confidence. Yeah, you go to a presentation, you do a presentation, everyone's like, you did a good job because you feel good in your body. I
guess that's another myth. People think that when you work out, you lose energy for the day. That is not true. That is not true at all. When you work out, you get more energy for that day.
Gain energy.
You feel more, like you said, more energetic, more confident. You feel ready for the day instead of just like your normal sluggish day. No, you like if you work out, you get more energy, guys. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's a win-win. So I just work out, guys. It's the best thing you could do.
All right, Herbert.
Yes.
Damn, I want to go to the gym right now. Actually,
let's work out.
After hearing all that,
Herbert, and I'm holding you accountable. Last podcast or the previous, you said June, you're gonna drop down 20 pounds, bro.
Actually, yeah, I've already dropped down at least 2 pounds.
Okay.
I'm serious. Yeah, honestly, I lose the weight.
Okay,
fast.
those 2 pounds were from your fucking phone that you had in your pocket, and you took it out.
Oh, I did take it.
I just say
no, you took a shit and then you got on the scale.
You took a shit.
I got the iPhone Max because I'm rich.
All right, guys, but thank you guys so much for listening. Stay tuned though. One thing I want to bring up, we're doing long runs for the Baddies Thursday Running Club. So we're gonna be starting like at 6 o'clock, 1 hour early. I will be posting a story on Instagram, letting you guys know what's going on. But yeah, we're gonna try to get started at 6 o'clock, and then so we could do a longer run. I am gonna be pushing for like a marathon with Kristen, not like in a couple months. Since she missed the LA marathon, so I was like, you know what, I'll do an LA marathon with her, maybe in summer, because that'll be nice weather.
Mm-hmm.
You could kind of run at any time and it'll be good.
Okay, dang.
And stay tuned. Yeah. So hey,
awesome.
Ronnie, you better get motivated with this. If you don't, because we're gonna beat you up. We're gonna go body.
I could always tag along on the bike or something. So
let's go.
Let me know.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, and our Instagram, TikTok for the videos. Thank you, guys.